compare the Samsung Galaxy A13 5G with the Samsung Galaxy A32 5G. Both are very low cost 5G devices from Samsung, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. But let's start off with the price. So the newer A13 5G is around $200. So I'm on the cheapest 5G phones. Same thing with the A32 5G, around $200 brand new. But if you get it on prepaid, that's where the real savings begin to make these phones way more valuable. The A13 5G, the lowest I've seen is $99 on Boost Mobile. And the A32 5G, you can get it free on Metro, for example, and also on Boost if you go to the store. But I've also seen it on Pure Talk. If you get their higher end $65 plan, you can get this one for $50. And I like that because you can just order it online. You don't have to go to a store. And you have to do activation fees and all that good stuff. So A13 5G, $99, A32 5G for free or for $50 if you get it online. So they're both 5G phones. The A13 is a little bit more lightweight, 6.8 ounces versus the A32 at 7.23 ounces. Build quality similar, glass front, plastic back, plastic frame. The displays differ. A13 5G has a surprisingly good 90 hertz refresh rate. And the A32 5G, depending on which market you get it, it's either going to be 60 hertz or 90 hertz. They both have 6.5-inch display, around 81% screen to body ratio. Resolution is a little bit on the lower side at 720p, which will give you a low 270 ppi density on both of these. They're both running Android 11 with Samsung UI on top. Both are running MediaTek processors. The A13 gives you Dimensity 700, A32 Dimensity 720. I don't think it makes a real big difference. They're going to run about the same. And they're, for the average person, most apps and everyday activities will run pretty much the same on these devices, just no heavy gaming or anything like that. And they're going to, they have the exact same OS. It's the same type of Samsung UI that's found on more expensive flagship phones. As for storage, these have 64 gigs of internal storage with 4 gigs of RAM, but they could also be expanded with micro SD card slot, which is very nice. The main camera setup, the A13 5G has 3 cameras. A32 5G has 4 cameras. So the A13 has a 50 megapixel main shooter, and it has a 2 megapixel macro, 2 megapixel depth. So what's missing really is the wide angle camera, which is found on the A32 5G. So the A32 5G, the older the device, has the 4 cameras: 48 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide, 5 megapixel macro, 2 megapixel depth. The A13 5G has a 1080p display camera for video, while the A32 has a 4K camera. So the overall better camera system is the A32 5G. Selfie camera also a little bit better on the A32 because the A13 has 5 megapixels and the A32 has 13, but they both shoot in 1080p video. Both have a headphone jack, both have Bluetooth 5.0, and that'll work great for your connecting your smartwatch, your wireless headphones, and your speakers. And the A13 5G has NFC, while the A32 depends on your market. Both have USB Type-C for the charging port. Both have side-mounted fingerprint readers, and they both have huge 5,000 milliamp batteries, which will last pretty much all day. That's the standard. That's the best you're gonna get out of any smartphone nowadays. It's usually found on these lower-end devices. And they both have fast charging, but only at 15 watts. None of that reverse wireless charging or anything like that. But in short, I'm very impressed by both of these devices. The A13 5G is just, it's getting cheaper and cheaper and more available for these phones at this price point. You're getting a lot of bang for your buck. Now, although the A13 5G has a little bit lower end specs when it comes to the camera system, it's at a good price point. It's another thing that's available for people to get. I mean, these are the most, bargain for your buck, the best bang for your buck. If you want a Samsung device and you want 5G, these are the 2 phones that you could get. You can't go wrong with either of these. The only thing is that the A32 5G, I think the only real place to get it now is if on Pure Talk, honestly, because it runs on AT&T and you don't have to talk to any people in the store. And usually you go to a Metro store or something, and if it's not an official one, they're gonna try to push you with activation fees and accessories, and you're gonna walk out the door paying way more than just the plan. You're gonna end up paying like $100 to $200. So the A13 could be ordered right away from Boost. You don't need to port in a number. And if you get the A32, you're paying $50 plus the plan. So you're looking at around the first month around $85. But it's just very, very impressive. The A13 does have that refresh rate, but everything else pretty much feels the same. The software, the micro SD card slot, it does lack the wide angle shot, but other than that, these are pretty much the same phone. You're gonna run the same apps, has the same UI. These are pretty much the lowest priced Samsung phones with 5G that you could find, and I can't go wrong with picking either of these. Well, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.